All right, what is going on, everybody? So today I'm going to be talking about something a little more serious, not my usual content. We're going to be talking about like the content ID stuff and all that stuff has been going on. Basically, for some of you guys who don't know, you think like content ID is the only thing that's been happening. This is like part of this huge thing that's been going on. And if you're not a content creator, you wouldn't know any of this really. So I just want to say this because some people do videos on this and they seem to leave it out. So I'm going to be talking about everything, like the whole deal. So basically, let's go back from the start. Um, Maybe like 4 years ago, these networks started showing up. YouTube allowed that to happen when they're basically, it's called an MCN or multi-channel network, and it allows other channels to be partnered by them instead of Google itself. And basically, that was so that you wouldn't have to go through this process that Google would like take time and monetize your video and stuff like that. Like it would go under review and stuff like that. And basically, the partner said, "We're gonna manage these channels and make sure that they don't upload anything that's copyright." Basically, doing what Google was gonna do, so they get instant monetization. And Google was thinking, well, there's not gonna be any copyright from these people because the partnership is gonna make sure that doesn't happen, right? But then the thing is, I think this started happening maybe like a year ago, but networks would start at like they did this thing I like to call it like the sweep effect, I guess you'd say. At least someone else told me about this, but basically they would start accepting everybody into their partnership, and it got to the point where there's like 20,000 people in a partnership, and that's like where we are right now. And so Google, like obviously there's going to be tons of copyright because there's no way the partnership can manage that many channels. So there's going to be a bunch of copyright issues, and then Google is getting like getting a lot of copyright claims, stuff like that. And it's just a big deal with all this stuff because people weren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. So then, and this is the basically the what started to happen, and then the content ID comes from this. Basically, YouTube came up with this system where there's either managed channels or affiliate channels. Now, managed channels is what you signed up for if you signed up for an MCN or a network, which is basically you get instant monetization, and the network looks over you. They're liable for whatever copyright you have, stuff like that. And then the other one is the affiliate, and that's basically not what you signed up for. I mean, it's basically like you're with AdSense, but the partnership is taking money away from you. And that's all the small channels really, and even some big channels. Like I'm an affiliate now, as of now, and which sucks because I'm giving away 30% of my revenue, and I could be having 100% of it if I just had stayed with Google. And Minecraft, which is all I play on the channel, they give me specific permission to monetize any videos I make of it. So it's just really stupid of me to even do this, and now I have 2 years with it with full screen, and I do not want to be in full screen anymore, and they will not let me out. But so that's basically like the first half of this, and then the second part is like content ID. Some of you guys seem to be thinking content ID is this new thing. It's not new. It's been around. But the thing is, partner channels didn't have to deal with this anymore because it was the network's job to make sure they didn't upload copyright. So really, there wasn't really content ID that much. I mean, obviously there was if you upload like a song or something, but like a copyrighted song that's on the internet. I mean, the radio or whatever. But for the most part, you didn't have to deal with this. But now that you're an affiliate, and many people are affiliates, they do have to deal with this. So that's why there's this huge thing of copyright, or not copyright, content ID. And it's just like if you're an affiliate on it from a network, you're really not partnered with that channel anymore. And so basically what the networks are doing is they're taking money away from you for nothing. And the reason why all this is happening, people seem to think it's all Google's fault. And don't get me wrong, Google is messed up, but it's not only their fault this time. It's really the network's fault because they're so greedy, and because what they did is they would accept, like I said earlier in the video, they would just accept anyone into their partnership. You have 50 subscribers, you're in, and they have so many channels just because they want money. So they'd cut like 30, 40, 50% even of the channel's revenue just because they're making a little bit of money from that channel every month, and it adds up. If you have 20,000 channels in your network, you're going to make a lot of money from that, even the smaller channels. So it's because these networks are so greedy. Full Screen, RPM, and Machinima. Those are the three like major ones who are doing this. There's probably more, but because of them, they just screwed over the entire system. And like I said, people seem to think it's all Google's fault, but it's not Google's fault only. They did have a problem, but now they're trying to fix it by adding this in, and partnerships are not allowing people to leave, which means we are paying 30, 40, 50% of our revenue to this partnership that's practically doing nothing. So it's a scam, really. I mean, that's the best way to put it. I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all. It is a scam. And it sucks because, I joined the partnership because I wanted instant monetization because it was just taking too long. And because of this review process that I now have to go through again, even though I'm in a partnership. And people will say, well, at the most 2 days, which already is bad because most other people have already seen your video by then. But it's not just 2 days. Like, I've had videos for weeks that didn't get monetized, and some of them just like they never get monetized. And I've had friends who say that too. It never happens, and that's the problem with Google. That's why everyone partnered. But now they're just taking that and throwing it all away, and the partnerships are not letting you get out of the contract, even though they're basically changing up the contracts themselves. So basically, I mean, I think I pretty much covered everything. But basically, it's a majority of it is the network's fault. I mean, they're totally greedy. They don't care about any of you guys. So if you are thinking of joining a partnership, please do not do it. That's all I'm going to say to you. If you don't have that many subscribers, I would say big YouTubers obviously aren't going to be watching this video, but if you have like 50,000 subscribers even, you should probably just stay by yourself. I mean, most likely you're going to be an affiliate. And even another thing I actually want to talk about, I just forgot about this, is to make these networks to show just how greedy they are. Some of them knew about this like 4 months in advance or whatever, maybe like June or July or something in the summer. And they would actually I've heard this from a few people actually, they would send out these emails saying, we'll take away like 10%, or we'll give you 10% more of your revenue if you sign this contract with us, which extends it for whatever amount of years, or probably years, not months. And obviously you do it, right? Because you want some more money in your paycheck. So you're like, why not? But then it comes out like now, and you're thinking, why did they do this? Well, the reason why you did this is because they made it sound good so that they can get more money from you, more money from me, more money from anybody who's doing this. And they just want to screw over all these YouTubers and get all the money. So and they're not managing you, so pretty much you're just giving money to them, and it sucks. So that's pretty much it. I just really wanted to get this video out for you guys because I know there's a load of people who don't know what's happening really with this whole thing. They know about these content ID claims, but they just think that's it. Content ID is not new. It's this whole thing with the managed and affiliate channels, and it essentially it's because of these networks, because they're so greedy and so huge. They ruined it, and now we have to pay the price for that. Anyone who's in a big partnership, but I don't know how it is with smaller partnerships. Probably if you have a small channel, you wouldn't be able to get into one anyway. But definitely don't join partnerships. Just don't do it. Take it from a guy who's in a partnership and screwed for another 1.5 years. Just don't do it. You're better off with Google. You make way more money. So yeah, I have a 30% revenue cut, and it sucks, but got to deal with it. And I'm definitely leaving the partnership once my thing is up in 1.5 years, which is a long time, and it's gonna suck, but I got to deal with it. What am I gonna do? They're not letting me out, and I know that. But yeah, so I think this video has gone long enough. If you do have some friends who don't know what's happening with this content ID claims, or maybe they do know a bit more and they don't know what's with like the affiliate channels and stuff, because there are some YouTubers who have gone over it in videos, but I thought I would just cover it for some of you guys who don't know what's really happening with this kind of stuff. So yeah, feel free to share this to your friends and stuff. I'm not doing this to get views. I'm just doing it to inform everybody, because this is a serious issue. I mean, a lot of content creators are going to be hurt by this. Even some really big YouTubers will be hurt, and it's sad. I mean, because a lot of people, this isn't my job, but for a lot of people it is, and I want to make it my job eventually. But it's gonna be hard with this. Thank God that it's ending before I go out to college and stuff. So maybe I'll be able to make more money by then. It's because I'm just in high school right now. It doesn't matter too much. Anyway, so enough of me talking. Yeah, feel free to share this with friends or whatever. Again, not doing it to I'm not doing this to make my channel huge or whatever. Like, I know some people are doing that just to get views. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it for views. I don't care if this gets 5 views. All I care about is just that the people who need to watch it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Now I'm just saying. Anyway. Yeah, if you guys want to check out some of my other content, feel free to. I'm not gonna make you, obviously, but yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. It'll be a less serious video probably next, just my usual content, but yeah, so I'll see you guys later.